I'm not going to bother editing the start of this recording because I have already recorded this video twice. The audio broke once, the video broke another time, so we're going to go again. Leeds United have reportedly reached an agreement for the signing of Shaun Longstaff. This comes with a certain fee that is larger than the 10 plus £2 million that we'll discuss in a few minutes, but Leeds have also been linked with their next move, which is quite interesting, and it's from a source that is relatively consistent, so we'll have to discuss that in a couple of minutes. But first, if you enjoy the stuff, pop a like on the video, and if you want to give money to Prostate Cancer UK just by clicking one button, click the subscribe button down there, because for every subscriber that I've got at full time during the charity match, I'll be donating 1p to Prostate Cancer UK. So you can donate by doing nothing, and you can contribute to me becoming broke. That'd be massively appreciated. Thank you very much. Anyway, back to the main bit of the story. Leeds United's signing of Shaun Longstaff is a pretty big one, and it's one that a lot of people have collectively lost their nut about, let's be honest, in the past few days, where it was a case of, oh, we're signing him. They've rejected the bid. Leeds have bid 10 plus 2, plus that's our third bid. Oh no, what happens now? And that oh no, what happens now period of time was quite long, and it was quite difficult, and it was unfun, but sorted now, and that is because Leeds United have increased their bid. According to David Ornstein, let's have a look at the specific numbers. The deal is worth £12 million plus £3 million in achievable add-ons. Now, the achievable add-ons are something that is quite interesting. So this tends to refer to things that aren't just absolutely insane. So a lot of players, for example, will have Ballon d'Or clauses in their transfer moves, where if they are suddenly the best player on the planet, the selling club will get another 10 million quid. Lovely. It's not going to be silly things like that. It's going to be stuff like a set number of appearances, a set number of clean sheets. It will be a few goals, maybe we'll add another 500k, but the main one will be remaining in the Premier League, because that is the big goal for this season. If we're able to stay in the Premier League, us having Shaun Longstaff is worth vastly more than £3 million. So us paying another £3 million is fine. And I just want to sort of also add, fair play to Shaun Longstaff. Quite clearly he wanted to move, which is fine, because that's going to happen sometimes, especially if you are coming to the end of a contract at your childhood club, but you want to play a little bit of football, and that's fine. And whilst this doesn't necessarily assist Leeds, it's something I can respect, in that he, last summer, had 12 months left on his contract. He went forward with a contract extension of another 12 months to mean that he has 12 months now, which means that since he was apparently planning on leaving now regardless, Newcastle get a fee, which is annoying for us, because we need to pay money. But for Newcastle, it sort of shows how dedicated the guy is and how much thought he puts in, and how much of a sort of club man he is. And I'll be honest, that's the kind of personality that I want to see at Leeds United. So I'm not too mad at that in the slightest. I think 12 plus 3 is also a very, very good deal for us. It gets us a player that is energetic, good at progressing the ball, incredibly efficient, for a grand total of 15 million quid, which ain't bad in the slightest if you look at some of the deals that we did in the Orta era. Like, the potential to have to sign Weston McKennie, I keep going back to this because it's ridiculous, but the potential to have to sign McKennie for £35 million was insanity. And the fact that we've got Longstaff and Beal for less than that in a more inflated transfer economy is fantastic. So on that note, 49ers, props to you, well done. I think Longstaff, realistically, the sort of timeline for a medical was said to be 24 to 48 hours. If we're going to say probably 48 just to be safe, give it a little bit of leeway, it'd be the day after that, so maybe Friday that he gets announced. And with us playing Scum on Saturday, he's not going to start that match. However, there is a pretty damn good chance that he remains on the bench as an option, which is a pretty good idea, because it means that we can effectively show off the new shiny thing to the fans, which is a good idea. And if he scores the winner against Manchester United, I'll be very, very happy. Although I don't think we'll call it a winner, because I think we're going to win 7-0. But yeah, Happy with that move. I think he's going to have a big impact this season. And there is a little bit of information on Leeds United's next move as well. Now, this one has come from, again, all reliable FPLG23. A lot of people might not believe him to be reliable, but he said there'd be a move coming in the next few days, a few days ago, and now we've got Longstaff. Did a tweet recently, and he doesn't do specific tweets necessarily often, but this is a tweet that matches up with some information that I've gotten from an independent source. And the tweet was simply stack ... and then a loading bar gif, which is interesting because the Shaun Longstaff story was very, very loud, very, very quiet, and then announced that we were signing him. Stack was very, very loud. It's gone very, very quiet. I'm waiting for step 3. I firmly am of the belief that Stack is going to be the next signing for us because it fits with the sort of way that we're approaching restructuring the team. It was build up from centre-back, then the full-backs, then the central midfielders, and then winger/striker. Because when you're in the Premier League, what you need to do is you need to solidify from the back and then work forwards, because it's not conceding that will get you more points as you go on. Realistically, if you think we can score 2 goals every single game, sure, but if you've not got defence, there are going to be games where you concede 3. If you're thinking we will concede no goals this season, you're going to get a point per game anyway. And I know that's not a sort of like realistic way of approaching the numbers, but I think being defensive is way better during a relegation battle. And I think we will still attack, and we will try and stay to the style that we like to play in. But a very, very decent, solid, sort of impactful defensive midfielder like Stack is exactly what we need in this situation, especially paired with Longstaff, who's really good at ball progression and making sure that you are able to get from those defensive areas into the attacking areas. Very effective, very hopeful that it all works out, and we'll see. Anyway, that's the rough sort of vibe. I forgot to mention, because I did this on the last recording, Longstaff is looking at a 3-year contract at Leeds United, apparently, which is not too bad, to be honest. It's enough to protect his value, but it also doesn't tie him down for too long from his perspective. It's a win-win. And I think it's a win-win that's going to see Leeds United win a lot more next season. Anyway, I'm going to end the video in a sec because my voice hurts because I've recorded this 3 times. It's been my last half an hour. But just one quick extra plea that if you haven't yet gotten a ticket for the Leeds Creator Cup and you are available on Sunday to come along and watch some football, please do so. Kickoff is at 1 PM with the gates opening at 11:30, I believe. It's going to be a good time. £7 tickets for adults, £3 for kids. A bar is open. We got some face painting. I've had to buy a contactless payment thing so we can sell tickets on the gate, but I'd rather you get them in advance, please. Or you can watch on the stream if you are able to. But all of the money that we get from you guys is going right to Prostate Cancer UK, because 1 in 8 men in the UK will get prostate cancer at some point in their lifetimes, 1 in 4 if they are a black man, which is horrible. But thankfully, it is a treatable disease, and it is one that becomes more treatable the more resources we put behind establishing the treatment. And we can only do that with your help. So if you could do so, that'd be lovely. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please pop a like on it. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because as I've mentioned, every subscriber at full time in the charity match is another 1p that goes to Prostate Cancer UK. So you give without having to do anything, or you can become a channel member. It's $2.99 a month. You get a bunch of videos like this one early. Hopefully the audio worked on this one. But yeah, anyway. Let me know in the comments whether you think Longstaff starts, is on the bench, or he's not there for the scum match. Kind of curious. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I will see you later. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Don't break. Be fine. Don't break recording. Come on, you've got this. Please, 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 please.